Hey y'all, it's Virginia. Welcome to Cookbooks with Virginia. I'm going to do this one thing where I'm going to do Instagram live at the same time. So let's see what's happening here. Maybe it'll work. Yeah. Hey, okay. Trying something new and completely different. Welcome. My name is Virginia Willis, and this is Cookbooks with Virginia. It's a weekly show every Friday or near about every Friday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I talk about cookbooks, and it's super cool because I get to have my friends on, and we talk about cookbooks. And I had a little bit of a curveball this week, and my guest was unable to join me, and that is wait, it's here somewhere. Yeah, it's coming up. It's called Southern Sugar with Belinda Smith Sullivan, and she had some stuff happen. So she's not able to join me today. So I thought I would give it a try. And then here, I've got Instagram happening. So we'll see what happens. The streaming service that I use is unable to also stream to Instagram, which, you'd kind of feel like that some of these folks would figure it out. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to talk about some of the great books that I have had on over the course of the year. Hey, good morning, Cynthia. Let's see how many buses I can drive at the same time without running into the ditch. So I'm going to talk about some of the great books that I've had on for the year. I want to talk about some of the great books I have coming up this next year. And then, I'm wide open for some questions, and we'll see if everyone wants to chit chat and if we have a good time, and we'll kind of see what happens. So first of all, Merry Christmas. So I'm excited about that, or Happy Holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. I'll try to stay away from pontificating, but I don't think there's anything wrong with saying Happy Holidays. Y'all know that it came from Happy Holy Days, right? And so it's not anti-Jesus. But if you don't celebrate Jesus, then you don't really need a Merry Christmas. So anyway, I don't know how that turned into something crazy, but it did. All right, Matthew Deaton. Hey, Matthew, it's so exciting to see what you have going on. And we need to cook together, and I need to eat some of your food. I'm certain of it. So I decided to try something different. Had a lot going on this week, so I wanted to just be at my desk. So this is my desk. This is not fake. So let's talk about some of the books that I had on this year that I really loved. And then I also tell you that what I do have, and it's all the way over there, but you can win a free copy of my book, Fresh Start. And Fresh Start is my little ebook, but it also can be purchased as a paperback, and you can enter to win a signed copy. And what you need to do is you're going to go to my Instagram feed, and you're going to like me if you don't already like me. And if you already like me, it's okay. That's great. Thank you so much. And you can still enter to win a copy. I forgot to do it this morning since I didn't have a guest, and we didn't have it set up ahead of time. So I just did it a few minutes ago. So if you're looking at Instagram, then go on there, and let's see if I can see it. I don't normally do oh, I'm on the wrong channel. All right, y'all, hold on a second. I'm going to do something different. I didn't mean to do that. There you go. Okay, we're going to end that. I'm ending. Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, this isn't something y'all need to watch, that's for sure. I'm going to discard it. Let's see if I can go somewhere else. Okay, I see what I'm doing now. I was on the wrong page. Let's see if I can do this too. Okay, we're going to go live here. Yes. All right, we're going to turn on a badge. Sorry about that, y'all. All right. That's too funny. Hey, Beverly. Oh my God, it's so great. Becky Booth, you're adorable. Pontificate to your heart's content. Well, isn't that the truth, right? Okay, so my guest was supposed to be Belinda Smith Sullivan. She's got this beautiful book called Southern Sugar, and she was unable to join me this week. And so, it's not about being all stressed out. So I was like, girl, don't worry about it. So Belinda is going to be on in February. Other guests that we have coming up, I'm going to have Kathy Barrow with her book, Bagel Schmear and a Nice Piece of Fish. was my Brooklyn accent, I guess. That probably wasn't very good. I need to ask Cliff about that. Spice Box Kitchen is going to come up. I've got Tasting Vietnam. That's going to be beautiful. Abby Dodge with Sheet Cake. Super excited about this. So I'm going to be off next week too, because it's Christmas Eve. And on New Year's Eve, I'm going to have Chef Kevin Belton with Louisiana Cooking, and I'm super excited about that, y'all, because we're going to have some collard greens and some black-eyed peas and all the wonderful things. So, and another guest that I'm going to have on in the new year is Gastro Obscura. So super excited. What's someone else that's come out? Oh my God, this is super cool. So, the $400 box set from Modernist Cuisine about pizza. Guess what? You are going to be able to win a copy of that. How's that for something kind of crazy? So lots of great stuff. Cookbooks with Virginia has been a really fun thing for me to do this year. So let me talk to you. Let me share with you, please, some of my favorite books for the year. And this was super cool. So, and for those of you that I feel like my head is bobbling a little bit, but one of the things that I'm doing is I thought that I would try to do a live stream on Facebook and Instagram at the same time. So I've got a computer going and a phone going. There you go. Nothing like overachiever. This was a great book, and this has truly been one of my favorite sort of introductions over the course of the year. Y'all know that I love to ferment. I've got a crock back here. I've got kombucha and vinegar and all sorts of things going on over there. And I was able to meet Kirsten Shockey, and she writes beautiful books. And so she was a guest, I think once, possibly twice. And she's all about fermentation. So, fermentation is really good and good for you. And anyway, so this was one of my favorite books of the year. And you know that I've been on this huge health journey. And so looking for inspiration from different people, but I don't want to eat sadness. Who the hell wants to eat sadness? I don't want to be told I can't have this and I can't have that. It really does. It really, really does boil down to kind of moderation, right? So this is one of my favorite books of the year, Hole in One, Complete Healthy Meals in a Single Pot, Sheet Pan, or Skillet. Because, yep, I'm super busy too. And whereas sometimes I love to chef it up and go all out, I love a skillet supper, right? So thank y'all so much for watching. Really appreciate it, everybody. So Ellie Krieger, great book this year. This was one of my favorite books that stayed on my nightstand. And so I want to encourage y'all to check this out. He's super famous and he's in England. And so I couldn't get him on the show, but I really enjoyed reading the book. And it's Green Feast by Nigel Slater. And this is spring and summer, but he's got a couple, I think he's got fall and winter. But he is the food writer for The Guardian and a beautiful, beautiful food writer. So if you are not familiar with Nigel Slater, I'm going to ask you to please check it out. So, oh gosh, Sandra Bank, that's so lovely, honey. It's so great to see you here. Thank you so much for watching today. And I've got Bartholomew, sorry I'm late. Oh, that's okay. It's not lineup time. That's good. Thank you so much for coming today. So y'all let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to just talk about some cookbooks. So Nigel Slater, really great. Was not a guest on the show, but I've thoroughly enjoyed reading his book. And this is another book that I wasn't able to sort of time, at least yet, to have on the show, but thoroughly wow. And y'all know, many of you know me know that I've lost a ton of weight. So like I think I'm at 70 pounds now, which is kind of crazy. And I've dropped, I don't know, whatever, like 4 sizes, depending on the cut. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, it's taken a couple of years, but my life and my body have changed tremendously. And one of the things that I'm a lot more concerned about is what I put in my body. So this was a great book that I've really enjoyed. Vibrant Botanicals It's a 10-speed press book. It's by Jennifer McGruther, and it is all about transformational recipes using adaptogens and other healing herbs. So this is all about the power of herbs and the power of greens and the power of, what kind of foods you're putting in your body. So I love that. And I'm going to take a little side detour because you can see my little, maybe see my little garden popping in here. So I'm been super into fermented things, super into, green things and foods that are good and good for you. So we have come into high brassica season, and brassicas are cabbage and collard greens and Brussels sprouts and all that kind of stuff. So Cookbook Divas on Instagram, you are going to appreciate this. So I've also started trying to save and reduce my food waste. So let me share with y'all, this is a collard green that I'm starting up again. So it looked like this. It was the ends of the collard, and I kept it. And then now I've got a little fresh pot of collards growing. Look, it's a baby mess. Isn't that adorable? And then this is the one that was so beautiful the other night. This was the interior of a bunch. And oh my gosh, y'all, I couldn't cook it. It was so pretty. I just didn't want to cook it. So anyway, make sure that you put good stuff in there. All right, let's check and see who's here. All right, Matthew Deaton says, yay, fermentation. And Natica says, do you sew with Weight Watchers or do you create your own plate? That is a great question, Natica, and thank you so much for asking. So many of you know that I do Weight Watchers, and on that note, if you want a free month, DM me on Instagram or shoot me an email, and I can give you a code and you can get a free month, and I'll get a free month too. So we love that. So Natica, I hope I'm saying your name right. I use Weight Watchers as a means of accountability, right? So, a woman is supposed to get like 1,500 to 2,000 calories. I'm rough guesstimating a day to sort of maintain weight. And if you want to lose weight, it's more like 1,200. And if you want to lose even more faster weight, you can go less than that. So the deal with me with Weight Watchers is that I think it's easier to count roughly 20 points a day than to have to keep up with 1,200 or 1,500 or 2,000 calories a day. So that's the first thing. And then the second part of that is that it really sort of herds you, kind of like a collie, to eat more vegetables and to eat less carbs. This is not like a keto kind of thing where it's no carbs. It's not anything like that. Basically, the great thing about Weight Watchers is that you're wide open. You can have anything as long as you keep track of your points, and that gives you the accountability. So, and then the last thing I'll say about it is there's a lot of super, super duper processed foods and snacks that have that WW logo on them. And I've never tasted the first one. I'm not interested in that. So, I'm not about like buying foods that are already made. I would prefer to make it myself and to be able to know what goes in it. So, Gail Skelton, oh my gosh, I've been worried to pieces about you since I heard that last night. So you let me know. And oh my gosh, you're so sweet. You look amazing. Well, let's just see. Okay. Thank you, Cynthia Grabart. Cynthia Grabart is kindly reminding me that I can tell everybody that they can subscribe to Cookbooks with Virginia by going to my YouTube channel, and you can get to all that good stuff if you go to virginiawillis.com. So you can check it out there. So, all right. Does anybody else have any questions about this, about Cookbooks with Virginia, about my tips and techniques on losing 70 pounds and keeping it off. So if you want to, this month or this week rather, you can go to my Instagram feed and you'll see a copy of the book Fresh Start, which is my little ebook on foods that I actually really do truly eat on an everyday basis. And I've kept this weight off for a year, so I'm super proud of it. And you can do it too. And I've been posting some things lately with exercise and, a quinoa truffle, nary a drop of cream in sight. And I've been getting so many messages and so many direct text and so many emails, questions just like what you asked, Natica, like how have you done it? How do you do it? I mean, really, truly, at least one a day. It's really awe-inspiring. And I'm not awe-inspiring. I don't mean that, but it's just so beautiful that we can see something in someone else and it can light a spark of inspiration within us. And I know that I have felt that looking at other people, and what I try to do now is to watch, fitness videos or Instagram videos. Natica. I have to ask that. Oh, here we got a good question. Becky Booth is asking, what is your guilty food pleasure? Becky, I am so glad you asked that question because I have to tell you, I don't like the concept of guilty food at all, or sinful food. To me, food is food. And part of our whole problem is we have designated certain foods to be good for you, collard greens, because they are, and certain foods to be bad for you. The peanut brittle bite that I ate for breakfast with all the sugar and stuff like that is bad. But you know what? It wasn't. And guess what? I had one bite of peanut brittle about that big after my 4-mile walk, and I don't feel guilty about it at all. But if I were to classify some foods as like a guilty pleasure, I guess chocolate is always near the top of my list for near about anything. And but if I don't really get guilty feeling about chocolate because it's nearly a daily occurrence. But I guess if I were to say a splurge, like a real splurge meal for me would be the pasta and potatoes and that sort of carbohydrate situation. I have just way backed off of pasta and potatoes and rice and things like that, and trying to go for more for whole grains. So anyway, if I'm not looking in the right spot, y'all just let me know, because I feel like I kind of I feel like I really am not exactly certain. Okay, so I have another question. How much are you walking a week? So generally, I walk approximately 3.5 miles every morning, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I usually stretch it out a little bit longer. And I'll generally get about 5 miles a day on the weekend, maybe longer. And then I have added a friend walk on Friday afternoon when my schedule permits. And so that usually means I get 4 miles in the morning, and then I might get another 3 or 4 miles in the afternoon. So on Friday afternoon, it usually winds up being about an 8-mile day. And you know what, though? I couldn't do that 2 years ago. So don't turn it off. Don't click off Facebook or don't click off Instagram. This is it. I'm starting to get hot. I got to take this hat off. So this is the deal. I posted a video yesterday of me doing a leg lift, and I am now able to grab the inside of my foot and lift my foot straight up and keep that leg straight. Well, y'all, 2 years ago, I could hardly bend over and touch my toes, right? And I didn't get, I'm not going to use the U word. I didn't get overweight and out of shape overnight. And it's ridiculous for me to expect that I can become a more healthy weight and a more healthy level of in shape overnight. It takes a long time. So my walking, yeah, okay, I walk 4 miles a day, but that wasn't how it started. It started with, a half a mile. And I've always been able to walk. So but walking is a really low impact, easy exercise that doesn't present as many physical limitations and obstacles as some. So that's how that started. Okay, I've got a question from Bartholomew. Let me see here. Health question. What was your big motivation, kick in the butt inspiration that knocked you into health mode? My motivation is inconsistent. You know what? That is wonderful, Bartholomew. And thank you so much for asking that question. So my motivation is I don't want to be that sad and unhappy again. How's that? It's kind of crazy. It wasn't about wanting to look, sexy in a dress. It wasn't about, how many little cuts I can get on my arm, although that's very addictive. It wasn't about anything like that. I have struggled with weight much of my life. My mama's side of the family, my mom is this tiny little person, petite boned, and but she weighed 99 pounds when she got married in her early 20s. Like she's a small person. I weighed 99 pounds in 6th grade. And so, but what happened was I was eating and drinking myself to death. I really was. And it was a delicious and slow eating myself to death, but it was exactly that. And I really reached the point that I got tired of the way I felt. And I got tired of not being able to move in my own body. And you know what? If you can't be happy in your own body, where can you be happy? And I was, I'm not going to go into all that, but I was in a challenging relationship and I was numbing and I was overeating and I was over drinking and I was not exercising and I wasn't taking care of myself. Right. And so that's how it started. And then the other way that it started was I basically got shamed by Weight Watchers. So that was kind of a weird and awkward thing. But they reached out to me to do an article about me. And then when I sent them the information, giving them my digits, they ghosted me. So it really ashamed me. It shamed me and made me feel shame. And so that kicked it off. And that was in 2018. And then 2019, I just kind of stuck at it. I have a really big belief that little things add up and that progress is progress, no matter how small. No, it's okay. He's saying, I'm so sorry. No, it's okay. I'm glad. Look, you know what happened? Like all these horrible things happened, but this right here is a genuine smile on my face. And I feel so much better about my life and about my body and about the choices that I have made. And I know, and this is for everybody, you feel better inside and out when you make healthier choices. So, I've only recently to myself out loud, when in the past week, said to myself that I was eating and drinking myself to death. Yuck. Right. So I'm not done. I'm not done yet. And I want to be able to go and move and see and do as long as I can. And my joke now is that I'm in training for old age and damn it, I've got a pair of hiking boots ready to go. And you're going to have to strap me down to keep me from go, go, go. Because I just feel like I have a whole new lease on life with this. I really do. It feels amazing to be able to move in my own body. Okay, what was the name of the last cookbook you showed us? This is from Cook Kelly G. Kelly, was it this one? Was it Green Feast? Was that the one that you're looking at? I can't. Oh, hey, look at all these folks here on Instagram. Hey, Tammy Renee, I see you there. So this was a little bit of an experiment. Normally I do Cookbooks with Virginia and I have a guest, but y'all, this week I had a not guest. So that's cool. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about stuff. So I have named some of the books. Let me tell you some more really beautiful books that I've enjoyed this year. So gorgeous. Look at the cover of that. So this was Southern Ground, and it was Jennifer Lapidus. She's a miller, baker and miller in North Carolina. Absolutely beautiful book. I can't recommend that enough. I also have Breast and Yam. This is my friend Matthew Rayford. It was co-authored by Amy Condon, my writing coach that I know that I have a deadline for. This is really, truly on my bedside table. Okay, Station North Arts. Hello from Baltimore. I love your biscuit recipe. You know what, Station? I love my biscuit recipe too. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for making my biscuits. Taste the State by Dr. David Shields and Kevin Mitchell. Phenomenal. I wanted to use another F word before that, but it's the history of different ingredients in South Carolina. Boom. Super, super awesome. Another great book that a guest from the year, Allie Rosen, Freezer Meals. Allie is a Beard and Emmy nominated host of Potluck with Allie. Super smart, real life, practical applications on how to make your life easier. Who doesn't want that, right? And I don't care if you're a singleton like myself, cooking for one, or if you're cooking for a family of 4 or 6, we all need helpful hints on how to make our life and cooking a little bit easier. So awesome. Let's see who else. We've got Becky saying, thank you for your candidness. You're helping other folks with similar feelings and issues. So that's it. That is exactly why I've decided to share my soul on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that, because it's all fake. So much is fake. So much is fake. It's just that true. So, people take like a shot 50 times to put up the perfect picture, and life just isn't like that. And so I've decided that I'm going to try to be more real. Right. And I couldn't deal with getting down in my little studio kitchen today. So guess what? Here we are in my office. That's just it. This is my guest last week, and she is a dear friend, and this is her book, Y'all Come Over. And it's Rebecca Lang, and she is just awesome, awesome, awesome. And this is filled with menus and recipes and super great. Here's another great book that I loved, Scrumptious. Okay, so Scrumptious is fantastic. And this is, let me tell you another little secret. So a lot of the food bloggers that have millions of followers, they may not actually have a whole lot of recipe testing experience. And it's really pretty because it's been made to look pretty, and the recipe may or may not work, and lots of stuff like that. So, anyone can press publish. But what I love about Scrumptious is that Christy, she has a big family, and she's the former test kitchen editor. I believe it. Where was it? General Mills, right? So she was responsible for some major heavy duty test kitchen stuff. Okay, so let's see. We have a question here. Could you write a diet book of what you eat? It's hard to find what I like to eat. I'm joined to join Weight Watchers. Thanks. So that's it. That's what Fresh Start is. That's what I did with Fresh Start. All right. And it's my real life stuff. And I've got another issue coming out soon. But it really is what I eat every day. Just simple, good and good for you food that's still delicious. And last night I found a lion's mane mushroom yesterday, and I cooked it yesterday for dinner, and I used butter and creme fraiche. It was so good. But this is a deal. Don't tell me I can't eat something, right? I don't need a gobs and gobs and gobs of butter, but I used like a tablespoon of butter, and I used a tablespoon of creme fraiche, and it made those mushrooms incredible. And those 2 tablespoons were probably 12 points, 3/4 of my day, but it was worth it. Damn well worth it. Okay, let's see what else I got. I got a yum. Yeah, we got a yum. Okay, we got, hey, Lauren Fury. Hey, Natalie. Hey, now you're cooking. We got lots of folks here on Instagram. So this was a little bit of an experiment. Normally, Cookbooks with Virginia is on Facebook and YouTube every Friday at 11:30 a.m. And just for kicks and giggles today, I thought that I would put it up on Instagram. So I have a computer, laptop, and a phone going on. Anyway, so it's been really great. My last two books that I want to tell you about, Dory Greenspan was a guest this year on Cookbooks with Virginia. She is just adorable and wonderful and so damn smart. I can't stand it. And I told her, I said, you know, the world rejoices when Dory Greenspan writes a book. So that's just super awesome. And then we had a holiday special with Rose Levy-Berenbaum. And if y'all missed any of these episodes, you can go to virginiawillis.com and you'll see a link to YouTube, and all of my videos and interviews are there. I've had 52 weeks. I've probably had at least 30 interviews. So it's really, really super cool. Cookbooks with Virginia every Friday at 11:30. And, you know, if you want to know a little bit more about the what I eat on an everyday basis, you can check out Fresh Start, and that's also available from Amazon. And it is available as an ebook or as a print-on-demand book. And I think it's $4.99 and maybe $12.99. But I've got 10 tips on lightening things up. I've got lots of just real-life practical information. And I don't think I'm going to curse myself with this, but okay, I'll just be careful with it. Look for a major national magazine for the January-February issue. I am the weight loss success story. So I can't even believe it. But anyway, I've got lots of great stuff coming on. And my point is, y'all, is that if a French-trained Southern chef can lose 65 pounds, 70 pounds now, and keep it off for over a year while going through a major breakup, copious amounts of chocolate ice cream, vats of bourbon, and you name it. If I can do that, then you can too. And the main reason I'm telling you this has nothing to do with anything except for the fact that you will feel better in your body. So how's that going? Let me see what this last one says. Oh, Terry Harden just says Merry Christmas. So yes, where's my hat? It's just not Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas, y'all. How about that? I love this hat. So I want to thank y'all so much for watching today. Please make sure that you go over to my Instagram feed and you're going to look for a copy of Fresh Start. And you're going to like me and you can enter to win a copy. Thank you so much for watching. Bon appetit, y'all. Please stay tuned for more about Cookbooks with Virginia, and Merry Christmas. Happy Holy Days. All right. Bye-bye now. Let's see. Which should I press first? Okay, that's it. All right. Bye-bye now.